Hi guys, I am coming to you today with the 5th and final entry into my Dollar Tree Holiday Sweet series for this year. I'll probably do it again next year. Depends on the feedback. If you guys want to see it next year, I'll definitely go ahead and do it for you next year. Of course, with different recipes. But let's go ahead and jump into this one. We are making thumbprint cookies. For this recipe, you need a pack of the Betty Crocker sugar cookie mix or whatever sugar cookie mix your Dollar Tree has. You need a half a stick or 1/4 of a cup of butter or butter substitute or margarine. You need some type of fruit preserve. I'm using strawberry preserves today. And you need some raw sugar. My Dollar Tree actually has sugar in the raw. They have the individual packs, as you can see there in the box, and I think some of the Dollar Trees have just the big box of just loose sugar in the raw. You can use any type of raw sugar they have, or if they don't have raw sugar, you use white sugar. You use whatever your Dollar Tree has, but my Dollar Tree had these items, and we are going to go ahead and get started, guys. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get into this. First thing you want to do is mix up your sugar cookie mix. This is the 6 1/4 ounce pack. So you just want to follow the instructions on that. Of course, I would get the one that doesn't want to tear. Okay, and this particular brand calls for the pack of sugar cookie mix, of course. Also the 1/4 cup of butter or margarine. And it also calls for 1 tablespoon of water. So let's go ahead and get that mixed up. Alright guys, and the dough's mixed up in a tiny little ball, but it's supposed to be enough to make 12 cookies. So let's go ahead and get this portioned out. And my dough's a little wetter than I think it's supposed to be because it says don't use melted butter. But I never have room temperature butter, so I have to like melt it every time. So that's probably why my dough's a little wetter than it's supposed to be, but it's not a big deal. And we're just gonna lightly grease the pan. And start portioning the cookies out. You want about a teaspoon per cookie. Alright guys, so they're all portioned out, but I think I'm gonna go back and make them a little more uniform. You can just do them as drop cookies, but I like mine a little more uniform, especially for this particular recipe. So I'm just picking them up and rounding them a little bit. Alright guys, so I have them kind of even now, kind of in a circular pattern. So now we get to the fun part. This is why they're called thumbprint cookies. You want to take your thumb and just make a divot inside of each dough ball. Okay, so you want to make sure you have a well in each one, like that. You don't want to like take it too far down to where you can kind of see the cookie sheet. You just want to make a well just deep enough for about a half a teaspoon of jam, which is what we're going to get into next. All right, guys, next up we have the preserves. You want to get preserves. They have the best flavor. I mean, if you need to use jelly, I'm sure it'll work, but you want the preserves, which have the actual pieces of fruit in there. This is the McTrader brand. The jar is heavy and I can see a lot of fruit in there. It looks like a really good brand. So we're gonna go in with this, and you're gonna put about half a teaspoon. You're gonna put about half a teaspoon of jam in each well. Let's see, put that on a little one. Correction, guys, you want to use about 1/4 of a teaspoon. You can use up to a half teaspoon for the big ones. So like this one, I'm going to use a half teaspoon for it. And just going about your business, filling them up. Alright, guys, I have them all filled here. And what you want to do next is you want to go in with your sugar in the raw, or whatever type of sugar you could find. And you just want to sprinkle each cookie with some sugar. You're going to need about 2 or 3 tablespoons of sugar, depending on just how much you want to use. You really just want to get a little in the middle and get most of it on the crust or the actual cookie part. Okay, so that only took 2 packs of sugar. Probably can't even see the sugar, but now we are going to put these into the oven at 375 for 7 to 9 minutes. 7 to 9 minutes. Alright, guys, here are the finished cookies. Had a little overflow on the end down there, but I let them stay in for like 10 minutes to make sure they were nice and crispy on the bottom and the edges, how my family likes them. But you may want to keep them in for like 7 or 8 minutes. And that sugar is going to give it a nice crunch on the top. See, just little sugar. That little bit of sugar is going to give it a nice crunch on the top. And the preserves are going to be nice and chewy, and the cookie is going to be soft and moist. So, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you try this recipe, let me know down below. Let me know how you liked it and how your family enjoyed it as well. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, guys. Love you. Thanks so much again for watching. Bye-bye.